Question for you, are you running your business or is it running you? If you're drowning in emails, invoices, and endless meetings, then it's probably the latter, and that's where AI can pull you out. Stay with me because I'll show you 3 simple automations that can free up hours of time per week. Most small businesses run on caffeine, copy and paste, and sheer willpower. While doing it all, the average team loses 10 hours a week on admin tasks that a robot could do faster. And when they try AI, most still blow it because they grab the first shiny tool and plug it into their chaos. Chaos in, chaos out. And that's why lots of AI projects just completely flop. Not because the AI itself doesn't work, but because businesses skip the important groundwork. So today, I'm gonna show you the smarter playbook. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Website Planet, where we cut the hype and save you some serious time. So let's get into it. Step 1 is to simply spot the time sucks. Before you throw AI at your business, you've got to know what's actually eating up your time. And here's the rule: if it's boring, repetitive, or makes you sigh every time you have to do it, then it's a candidate for automation. I call this the business bottleneck test. If your team keeps saying, "Let me just look that up all day," then that's a bottleneck. If you're copy and pasting the same info into 3 different tools, then again, that's an obvious bottleneck. If you keep promising clients, "I'll send that invoice tomorrow," then yep, you guessed it, that's also a major bottleneck. And honestly, most small businesses suffer from the same pain points anyway. Email inboxes that turn into a full-time job, invoices that get chased like missing socks, and meetings that lead to exactly 0 follow-ups until someone remembers weeks later. These aren't glamorous problems, but they are the ones that are draining your week. And the beauty of AI automation, well, these boring jobs are usually the easiest wins. So instead of dreaming up a fancy chatbot or some giant AI strategy, let's just start here. Look for the repeat offenders, like the tasks that quietly eat 30 minutes or more per day, and you've just unlocked your first automation opportunity. Step 2 is to pick the quick wins, not the moonshots. Here's where most people mess up. They go for the big win. They try to build some massive AI chatbot or an all-seeing digital brain for their entire company. And of course, it collapses before it delivers anything of value. That's the moonshot trap, and it kills momentum fast. The smarter move is to start small with the quick wins. Small automations that save time right away and prove to your team that this stuff actually works are of highest value. Here's what this looks like. A new lead fills out your website form, it goes straight into your CRM, gets assigned to a rep, and an AI drafted reply goes back to the customer automatically. Or after a long meeting, instead of everyone wondering, wait, what exactly did we agree on again? The transcript is gonna summarize everything for you, action items will be pulled out, and tasks can be assigned. Or maybe you wrap up a project, an invoice is generated, sent out, and if the client ignores it, a reminder follows up later on its own. Again, none of these are super flashy, they're basic, boring, but automating them could save you hours every single week. And once you've got 1 or 2 of these running, then that's where the momentum can start to kick in. Suddenly, you and your team start spotting even more jobs that you can automate using AI. So keep it simple, start with the quick wins, and leave the moonshots for later. Step 3 is to build with guardrails. The part nobody tells you about is that automation is more about control than it is about speed. If you don't put guardrails in place, then you're basically giving a toddler the car keys. So what do guardrails really look like? Well, first, keep sensitive stuff completely locked down. Store your API keys and logins properly, and don't leave them lying around in some shared Google Doc. Second, keep humans in the loop when money or legal documents are involved. Let the AI draft the invoice or contract, sure, but have someone hit approve before it goes out the door. And third, track everything. Good automation tools will keep a log of what ran and when. That way, if something does go sideways, you can rewind and fix it instead of guessing what exactly went wrong and when. And the good news is the tools themselves make this pretty easy. Zapier and Make are great for most businesses, and if you're a little more advanced, there's N8N, an open sourced option that gives you more control and fewer costs as you scale. The point is, don't build automations as if they're set it and forget it. Build them like they're part of your team. It's a tool, not an employee. Safe, accountable, and checked on once in a while to make sure they're still doing their job. 3 automations you can use this week. All right, let's take action now. I'm gonna give you 3 automations that you could set up this week and start buying back your time. And don't worry, it's nothing crazy and needs no coding or a huge budget, just simple workflows that give you hours back right away. Automation 1 is inbox and lead triage. Your inbox is not your job, but it feels like it sometimes, right? With AI, you can set up a workflow that sorts incoming emails into categories like sales, support, or spam. The sales ones can get pushed into your CRM and assigned to the right person, and an AI reply can go back to the customer instantly with a personalized response. Suddenly, you're not drowning in emails and only dealing with the important ones. Automation 2 is client proposals. If you've lost count of how many hours you've lost writing proposals from scratch, then here's the fix. Once you log the client's request, an AI can pull your service descriptions, pricing, and templates together into a draft proposal. You skim it, tweak it if necessary, and send it out, sometimes in the same day instead of the next week. Faster proposals means faster deals, and your clients do notice. Automation 3 is weekly reports. Reporting is important, but it eats up a lot of time. With automation, you can connect your tools like your payment processor, analytics, and ad accounts, and have the data pulled into one single page. Then the AI adds a short summary, what went up, what went down, and what to look for next. Every Monday morning, for example, that report can land in your inbox and even your client's inbox if needed. And the best part is you spent 0 hours building it. These 3 examples are just the tip of the iceberg though. They're not flashy, but that's the point, like we talked about earlier. The boring stuff is where automation can save the most time and where you'll see results most immediately. Now, if you're wondering which AI tools are actually worth using, then we've got you covered in our total guide. So go check that out next and you'll know exactly which platforms can power the automations that we just talked about. Now, before you get too excited and start automating everything in sight, here's a reality check. Automation without guardrails can backfire badly. The biggest risk is your data. If you're pumping sensitive customer info into some random AI tool, then you might be creating compliance headaches that you don't even know about. That includes everything like GDPR fines, privacy violations, or simply embarrassing leaks. Another risk is hallucinations. AI loves to make things up with confidence. And that's fine if it's drafting a blog online, but not if it's sending invoices or contracts to a customer. So again, always build in a human review step for anything that touches money or legal documents. And finally, access control. Don't give every tool full access to your systems. Keep it all on a need-to-know basis, just like you would with an employee. So the rule is to treat AI like the smartest intern you've ever hired. Great at grunt work, fast at research, but still needs a little bit of oversight. So trust it, but not blindly. Now, once you've got those wins in place, here's the best part. You can start thinking bigger. The trick is not to scale first, but to scale after you've proven that the basics work. So what does scaling look like? Well, maybe you build out an AI support system that can handle common customer questions automatically and only pass the tricky stuff to your team. Alternatively, you can plug AI into your sales data, allowing it to start spotting patterns and predict which leads are most likely to close. You can even set up a content workflow that automatically converts one blog post into social media posts, newsletters, and video scripts. These kinds of projects take more planning, sometimes even custom development, but by the time you get there, you'll already know how to spot good opportunities for automation and avoid the shiny distractions that lead to a dead end. And that means you're doubling down on what works and not gambling with your time and money. So start small, but be aware that the ceiling is high here. Once you prove out the quick wins, scaling becomes an exciting prospect. So here's the big takeaway. Automation is about cutting the boring stuff that eats up your week, not building some futuristic robot empire. Step 1 is to spot the time sucks. Step 2 is to go after those quick wins. Step 3 is to build with guardrails so things don't blow up on you. Do that and you'll already be way ahead of 95% of businesses still wasting money on tools that they don't need. But now we'd love to hear from you. What's the #1 task in your business that you'd love to automate? Drop it down in the comment section and we might break it down in a future video. If you found this video to be helpful, be sure to give it a like and hit subscribe to see future videos from Website Planet, because we'll continue showing you how to use tech in ways that actually make sense. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.